Hello YouTube fans, this is TheSkullKlown. I'm here to review Super Mario Odyssey for the Nintendo Switch. This game is actually good. It's not that bad, but I have a lot of flaws with this game. I have a lot of complaints with this game. This game is great, though. I had fun with it. I just beat it. I had a good time with it. And to be honest, I can play it again, to be honest. Yeah. You know, when I'm done doing everything on it, if I'm not saying I'm going to 100% complete it, but when I do certain things that I wanted to do, I'll start over, then do it again. I mostly want to defeat the boss fights, the extra bosses, and that's really it. Get up to like what, 99 or up to 500, and that's it. You know, so that's really it. Um, and get a whole bunch of coins, obviously. So I like that they use the coin currency. Let's get started with this review actually. I know I'm going everywhere, but let's start with this game. So the story is that Bowser is about to marry Peach. He kidnaps Peach and is about to marry her. And you're going through the wards. And you're going throughout the ward. Throughout the planet Earth. You're going throughout the planet. And Bowser is basically having certain of his lackeys and certain bosses also, sometimes other enemies will have things prepared or have things for Bowser for him to take for the wedding, basically. For example, like a cake or a ring or a wedding dress. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I like how they did that, basically. Let's see. And that's pretty much it. I don't want to spoil a lot if you haven't played this game, but this game came out in 2017, and it took me a while to, finally get this game. This game is still kind of expensive to get. It cost me like 30 something dollars, so it's not that bad, but still, it should be 20 something at this point if it came out in 2017. But that's just me. This game is violent. This game is really, really fucking violent. But overall, I had a good time with this game. This game is really fun. I love the new agilities that Mario can do back and forth and everything. Like he could just do new moves that he can do. I love. You know, it's just a shame that the game does not take advantage of it. Most people are like, yes, it does. Actually, no, it doesn't. The thing is, I'll be honest with you guys. 3D, look, I love 3D Mario games, just like I love the 2D Mario games. But won't. The thing is, the best 3D Mario game still to this day. I haven't played 3D World and I haven't played Bowser's Fury, so I'm going to disclose that right now. I will get to that game when I will get to it, but I'll say this right now: 3D World is the best. I haven't played Mario Sunshine either, but I do say this from what I played of Mario games. Super Mario 3D Land is still to me the best one because 3D Land was the branch off to 3D World, and then Odyssey, and then Bowser's Fury, what we got. So without 3D Land, we wouldn't even got Odyssey. So I enjoy 3D Land a lot. And this game should have paid homage to 3D Land. Technically it did, but I'm talking about the stages. I'm not talking about how big it is and everything like that. It's fine the way it is, how big it is. It's just that sometimes there's places. Look, I'm not saying there's not. I'm not saying you can't have an open field and there's nothing to do with it. I'm not saying that. You could have kept. The thing is too, there's certain things that should have been out in the field in the beginning of the game instead of post game. Like for example, there's like a what is it? There's like a scarecrow type of thing. You throw your hat on it, and then it does something. All of that type of stuff, then you got to get sheeps and stuff like that. That type of stuff should have been in the main game instead of you doing it after the whole shit. I'm not saying it does it in post game, it actually happens after you beat a stage. So I'm just like, what's wrong with you? This should have been it. What you're doing after you beat the stage, that's what should have been in the stage while I'm doing it. What the fuck's wrong with you? That's why I have a problem with this game. This game has a lot of flaws, but I still enjoyed it, and I will still always go back to it because I still had fun. But I will say this: I never had so many flaws with a Mario game in my life. That's just me. That's just me. I still think Super Mario 3D Land is the best. I love that game, and it's really fun. It doesn't overstay its welcome, mainly because I'm not saying the worlds are too big. It's just that the things that they want you to do is because there's kind of two objectives to do. One, go to the goal of a boss fight, or just to get more moon shards, and then another one is to upgrade your Odyssey. Once you upgrade your Odyssey, you can literally leave and not do the boss fight. What the fuck is that? That happened to me twice in two fucking worlds, and I beat the game not noticing I didn't finish those. So after I beat the game, I went back to do those because right when I went to Bowser's lair, when I went to Bowser's castle, not the moon, when I went to Bowser's castle and I noticed that shit, Cappy was like, "Nope, you can't go back." I'm like, that's the one flaw that's another flaw with this game too. This game does not let you go back after you go to another stage or when you're about to like. So that's why when they make you say, "Hey, do you want to?" That's why the game does tell you, "Hey, do you want to go? Are you sure? Okay, we're gonna go." So it is kind of my fault in a way, but at the same time, that should have never been a thing. It should have never been a thing. It should have never been a thing. And look, I never been one to complain how smooth the controls are in Odyssey. The controls are great. It's just to me they're kind of too smooth that you will probably throw the screen. That's just me. Maybe I suck. Hey, maybe I suck. But the moves that you use in Odyssey is not bad anyways. And the thing is too, I didn't start using these type of moves until literally at the end of the post game. Why? Because the game itself, the game that's around you doesn't push you to do it. One of my favorite things, one of my favorite stages was a sand stage, the desert stage. That was my favorite stage out of the whole game. And I told myself, why wasn't all the stages like this? They're not. The desert area was my favorite stage, and I felt like that's exactly what it should have been. Yeah, it still had the flaws that I was talking about, but still, it did it in a way that was perfectly fine. It didn't overstay its welcome, basically. And again, going back, I'm not saying these stages overstay their welcome, but when you're doing two things, when you're doing two things, powering your Odyssey and also getting the freaking and also going to the goal to beat the boss and shit like that, that's a lot of shit. That's a lot of tedious shit that you don't have to do. And then there's also the post game for it. Cause there's these boxes that you can't break until the post game, and then when you break them, guess what? There's more freaking moons that you can collect. And I'm like, Nintendo, what are you doing? What are you doing here? What are you doing here? This game is literally paying homage to literally Donkey Kong 64. There's too much shit to collect if you want to be a completionist. And as a person like me that likes to collect shit, basically, not in real life, but like in the game, I'm not saying I'm a completionist, but I told myself, hey, I do these side stuff and I leave, you know? And there's certain outfits that I will get. The outfits in this game are great, and I love what you do with the outfits. I just wished it could have pushed more with it. Wouldn't it be cool if you couldn't do a certain stage without an outfit? That'd be nice. But no, there was nothing like that. That's just an example. They never went all out with the outfits. That's why I have a problem when Nintendo showed that shit. When I first saw Mario Odyssey, I literally saw the outfits and I'm like, okay, that's cool. Are they going to do anything with it? No, just one little thing, just a few things. Oh, you can go through that door. That's the only thing that they use it for. You go into a door to play another game to get more shit, to get more moons. The thing is, the problem with getting more moons is that you don't have. There's certain times that you didn't have to get the moons. We don't have to get the moons. All the stuff that you were like, I didn't have to get that. There's no point of me getting that. That could have been a nice little side thing that was just fun, and I could have moved on and be like, you know what, that was a nice break for getting moons. But nope, here's moon, here's a moon, here's a moon, here's a moon, and I get it because there's supposed to be 99 moons in the game. 999 moons in the game. It's kind of bullshit when you do that game, when literally the game itself is like, hey, literally, this is how the game is at the end of the game. Hey, you know the whole moons that you could collect? Yeah, you don't have to do that now. All you need to do is have a lot of coins, go to the store, and rake that shit up. You can buy all the moons you want, all to the top, and get it. And I'm like, what? So the moons that you want me to get in the other stage, and also with the freaking squares, are pointless. Are pointless. Are pointless. It's pointless. It's pointless. What the fuck, Nintendo? It's pointless. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. The biggest flaw I had with this game, and the thing is, I still love this game, but oh my god, to be honest, I sometimes when I look at the game, I hate it. It's sad to say because the stuff that I do love with this game, it makes me feel like I should go back to it and play it a whole bunch of times. It's just the other shit that the game wants you to do. I'm just like, no. Yo, the cooking stage, the world that's all beautiful, that has fruits and vegetables and all that, that has fork people and shit like that. It started off great until I continued on with the game and it was shit. That stage is shit. That stage is shit. Mainly because you have like a little fire dude that you can possess, which is cool. You think it's cool, but he doesn't do anything. He can't even defend himself. Hell, he can't. When there's a ledge and it looks like you can actually jump through there, yeah. You know how in other games there's like a, you know, like waterfall or something, and then you could just move up because you're part of that water? Yeah, he can't do that. What? In other video games I have played, certain games I do that shit, and you mean to tell me you couldn't do it? Oh my goodness gracious. It's shit like that that makes me think this game was rushed. For like the anniversary for Mario. That is sad. That's sad. Because this game, basically Nintendo was like, yeah, make this game fast as possible, and we'll promote it really fast, and we only show the good shit on the trailers, and that's it. And look, Donk City, New Donk City was still the highlight for me. I still enjoyed it. I still love the song. For crying out loud, without that song, I probably wouldn't even get that game. The One Up Girl and shit like that, that's a good song in my opinion. I know some people might hate it, might think it's annoying, but I love that song. It's a highlight of the game for me. The only thing is, most people might be like, "Oh, you're gonna talk about the real people and shit like that." No, I'm not gonna talk about the realistic people that are there. Why? I think it's pretty cool to see that. Some people think it's freaky or weird, or they should have changed them, or they should have made them into cons, which I wouldn't mind if they made them into cons, but I wasn't bothered by it. I just accepted it. Even when I saw it in the trailer, I was like, oh, Everyone made fan theories. People were like freaking out, and I'm just like, guys, it's a game. Calm the fuck down. Calm down. So, but still, guys, there's just a lot of shit. You could play Yoshi in this game. You could possess Yoshi. What can you do with him? There are some stages you can use him. Guess what you do? Collect fruit, fruit, fruit. At first, I was like, oh, cool, I'm playing as Yoshi and all that. And then I started realizing that's all you can do is collect fruit for him. I mean, not in the main hub area. I'm talking about in stages that when you can actually use him. Some stages might use him differently, but from what I played for right now, there's some fruit that you can get for him. And that's really it. Just to get a moon. Again, pointless, pointless, pointless. Because Yoshi is not bad. He could do things what Mario can do. Just stick his tongue out. The possibilities were endless, and I'm like, how awesome would it have been if I went to every stage and Yoshi was just there in the egg? And he wasn't. That was the biggest bullshit I ever fucking... That was the biggest bullshit ever, man. How come how come when I didn't unlock Yoshi, I cannot have him in each stage that I go back to? How it knew different types of way to go through those stages, and then maybe it would give me the incentive to collect more of those stars that I missed. Which again, I don't mind. It's just that when it's just that when there's a certain amount that you should get to power the Odyssey, and then you continue on, and then it's like, oh wait, you didn't fight that boss, and it's like, I thought it was a whole stream in one. Nope, it's two. The game doesn't really tell you that you need to do this twice. Again, the game doesn't drop you off or anything like Mario 64. No, they don't do that. Thank God. Always hated that Mario 64. And the thing is, the one thing I never pointed out of the problem with me with Mario, with 3D Mario games, is that they're not as good as people put it out to be. All right. And look, I like Mario 64. I don't love it. And look, I might